Okay, we got Christmas Eve lift. It's gonna be uploaded on Christmas, but Christmas Eve lift, shoulder day, a little bit of chest and try, and a couple things I'm gonna go over before we get in the lift. We keep it brief, just because I'm not in a car, being able to do a car talk. So, first thing we go over is if you're concerned about like the Christmas meals, eating all the sweets, junk food, the cookies, whatever, and worried about it affecting your progress, we'll go over that first. And then second, emphasize being able to get a good lift in even with basically garage equipment that I'm going to be using today. I'll get into that after the Christmas food talk. I bring it up because it's definitely something that I was overly concerned about for the past 2 to 3 Christmases. Of thinking if I have the Christmas dinner or this giant meal and I have like a dozen cookies or something, like I'm ruining my progress over the past 6 months. But in reality, you're not. And you're missing out on being able to enjoy the Christmas dinner. Let me put it into a perspective first. I want to make sure I say this like properly so it actually makes sense instead of just saying, oh, you're good. Because I know damn well if I just told myself, oh, you're good, like that's not going to make me change how I am about it. The meal itself is just going to... I'd say as long as you're not like in a prep, you'll be okay. First, if you're in a prep, obviously you don't want to screw that up for a show, because that will make a big difference. But like even if you're cutting, bulking, I mean, it's a lot easier to tell yourself like it's not going to be a big deal. But if you're cutting like one meal, topping off your glycogen and filling out your muscles from a day of eating is not going to make a difference whatsoever in your progress. The perspective I wanted to put in was like when I was prepping for my show, I was having like a burger and fry once every like 2 weeks. That was situational just because of my body fat was going down pretty quick and we wanted to keep up on not having my metabolism adapt. But in a cutting aspect, you're not going to put on like pounds of fat just because you had one day of having a cheat meal during a cut. If anything, you just get filled out, and as long as you stay on top of everything, like you still keep up on your cardio. If you miss like one extra day of training for like a rest day on Christmas, that's no big deal. But it's not going to immediately just like turn into fat or some shit. So if you keep up on the cardio and maybe take one additional rest day, it is going to make 0 difference in your physique. Literally 0. But I do say if you don't keep up, like you have to keep up on the cardio and training side of it, because otherwise, I mean, if you down a dozen cookies like I did last year, you don't keep up on that, your body has no way to utilize the food you just gave it, then yeah, you're probably going to gain some fat, especially that usually isn't just one Christmas dinner and then the day after there's leftovers and after that there's leftovers. So that's how you can get away with enjoying it and not screwing yourself. Because by all means, if you do Christmas dinner, dozen cookies, the next day another dozen cookies, leftovers, and the day after that, and then you're also not doing cardio or training, then yeah, I mean, obviously it's going to affect you. But the way you can make it work without screwing yourself is keep up on everything, and then enjoy the meal, maybe the day after too, and then that would be it, right? I'm trying to think of what other ways would I be able to emphasize of how it's not going to make a difference. From like a bulking perspective, that was the perspective you have of cutting. If you're bulking, like, same concept of being able to top everything off, but how do I want to word this? Assuming you're in like a normal surplus every day, having one day that's like bumped up like this doesn't mean that just it's going to be a giant fat dump on your body. Like it's going to be like this. Everything's going to be topped off in your body food-wise. Then over the next few days, it'll be utilized. So it's not going to make a difference as long as you keep up on everything. So yeah, that's as much as I can emphasize about it without making like overkill. Yeah, I guess I can lay out what I'm doing so it makes more sense. Not makes more sense. At least you can feel a little bit about it. Christmas Eve dinner, and then a Christmas dinner, and then the day after I'm going to get all-you-can-eat sushi. So I'm probably going to down a dozen cookies on Christmas, along with Christmas dinner, and then the day after I'm getting all-you-can-eat sushi. So that being said, like, I'm not overly concerned about it. Are you working out again, or are you all set?
I'm all set. I just have to get something down here.
All right. Oh, and then the next thing I was going to talk about is still being able to get a good workout with just garage equipment. Best comparison I can get for that is, I mean, Chris Bump said I won an Olympia in 2020 using just straight garage equipment. So by no means you need to use like fancy gym equipment to get a actual decent workout in. Would I want to use actual gym equipment right now? I mean, obviously, no shit, but I'm not going to say, oh, I don't have the perfect equipment, I'm going to not lift today, or just skip it overall. Like, if you've seen the past, 3 days I've been using the home gym, like I've been able to get all my full workouts in with, I guess I'm not going to do a tour of everything in here, but with a couple of dumbbells, a barbell, this bench, half of an incline bench, and then like a pull-up bar. The only thing really probably can't get a good workout in is like leg day. So, but other than that, pretty straightforward. So you'll see today for shoulders, I'm gonna do like dumbbell lateral raise, a shoulder press, more lateral raises with dumbbells, because I don't have like a cable or some shit. And then like a rear delt fly. And then for chest, I'll do probably a superset of pec fly with like dumbbell pec fly with push-ups. And then for tries, it'll be like probably some type of dip with like skull crushers. And dude, that's damn near my normal workout if I go to an actual gym. So yeah, I'll call the pre-gym talk there. It's a lot easier to make a talk before working out in the car, because I actually could have things to talk about other than sitting here stagnant. But all right, that being said, let's crank it out. do some shoulder press. It's one of the few upsides of the home gym. Tarps are not necessary. All right, let's keep it going. Drop it a little bit. Okay. All right, finish up shoulders. I'm gonna just do more lateral raises and then superset it with like a rear delt fly with the same weight. I kind of found a weight that's light enough to do rear delt and heavy enough to actually get a lateral raise in instead of unscrewing these weights and trying to do a superset. Solid 10-minute superset just for one and then 4 more. So we'll do that. And then I guess this is kind of testament to what I've explained a few times in my training of how you can get a good workout in doing like 2 separate exercises for like the same muscle, just doing more sets instead of 8 exercises, 2 sets each. Let's say for in this instance like shoulders, if I just do lateral raises again, same dumbbell lateral raise, not cable, not a I don't know, machine lateral raise, you're basically going to get the same results. Like you're not going to tell the difference between the guy that's doing 4 sets of lateral raises, dumbbell lateral raises, and then 4 sets of cable, and the guy that's doing just 8 sets of dumbbell. So I say it all the time, and I usually don't show it because I'm always at an actual gym. But since we're here, this is proof that I mean what I say. Gonna be doing this shit again. 4 more sets and then superset it. And then we'll move on to chest. that'll be quick. And then tries abs, pose, go enjoy Christmas Eve, and then we'll be back here for back and by for Christmas morning. Because I'm still going to get a lift in on Christmas regardless. Or mid-afternoon. Whatever. Let's go. I'm running out of angles with the camera, dude. Did the same 4 angles for this whole workout. Oh well. Alright. Okay. How about this? that was it for chest. We'll move on. I'm thinking dips, but I don't know. It might kind of look a little fruity doing them on this thing. I don't know what the hell else is there. I'm gonna do skull crushers, but then I don't know. Maybe I'll do skull crushers, superset each one with like a press on with that bar. I'm gonna do that. Let's do that. Okay. that's all we got for the lifts. Get some posing done. Yeah, dude, home lifts, it's not like I have a whole lot to explain about the workout. I mean, shit, when I'm in like an actual gym, definitely talk way more between sets, at least about what I'm doing or what we talked about in the car. But bro, we're not working with much here, so maybe I can explain something after pose. Let me do this first, then I'll say a little something, then we can call it there. Okay. What can we talk about? I guess if you look like at my workouts when I'm in the actual gym for my shoulder day, honestly very similar to what I just did, and that's how I'm able to make. Hold on. That's how I'm able to make do with so little of equipment. Like, I mean, quite honestly, if you put it this way, it makes it a little easier to understand. Are you going to notice the difference between like two guys on stage? Even if you're not going to be like a bodybuilder, even just if you're working out for aesthetics, just to look better, whatever. But I'll use bodybuilding as the example. Are you going to tell the difference between two guys on stage, one that did 8 sets of just straight dumbbell ladder raise, and a guy that does 4 sets of dumbbell ladder raise and 4 sets of like machine ladder raise? Are you going to be able to differentiate between their two shoulders of like, oh yeah, that guy's doing his machine ladder raises for sure? Fuck no. So, point being made is that's why this whole workout you just saw was effective and fine. It was good, solid, very good. That's just how I was able to make it work while I'm home. If you have to make do like I just did, because whatever, you don't want to re-sign up to the gym back at home, or you weren't able to freeze a membership and you don't want to pay like $150 just to work out for 2 weeks, like, and if you have some equipment at home, you see how you can make it work with a little bit of creativity and, that sounded gay, but a little bit of effort and just get creative with it. So yeah, let's call it there. Still gonna work out tomorrow, Christmas Day. That'll be back and buys down here. That I'm honestly, I guess it's not gonna be that special, but I am looking forward to it already. And then also downing a dozen cookies, sugar cookies, and also getting sushi. So, all right, appreciate y'all watching. See you guys tomorrow for a Merry Christmas special. Peace.